mean, so February, you still dilly-dallied a little bit after February, but let's face it, then we had all of this, COVID lockdown situation. But what have you done in that time?
So after that, so we obviously joined up February, didn't do anything. We have a coach. So we actually started our coaching sessions in May of this year. Funny thing is, I know obviously you touched upon mindset, but even though we weren't actually doing anything coaching wise or like training wise from February to May, our exact words to each other were, even if we get no properties from this, the way our mindset and we change as people is absolutely worth it. Like joining real life, like it's honestly, we're whole different people. And it was just that, like, recognizing the growth and the change in us as people and how we put that onto property was out of this world. And then obviously fast forward getting to a coach in May, unreal. Like I can't even, it's sometimes you think when there's two of you, you've got someone to hold you accountable, but to a degree, like I feel like he can expect something from me and I can give a reason or an excuse for why I haven't done it. And like, you'll still take it. You'll still give me that, okay, fine. But, and vice versa, like I'll probably do the same. And you think you've got a level of accountability, but you actually don't, because you're still a bit softer with each other. And it's not to say that a coach isn't soft, absolutely not. It's just that accountability, the knowledge, the reassurance. And I think where I was saying, like, before that, it was like, okay, we've got all the knowledge, but we don't have the confidence. It's almost like that comfort blanket of, okay, well, if I don't know anything, I've got an amazing network that I can reach out to. And if I don't know, someone else will know. If that someone else doesn't know, I have a coach that I speak to one-to-one, near enough on a weekly basis. And it's personalized, it's tailored, and it's not even just property. It's literally just pushing us to every single thing. Like, it's like big actions, little actions of, you said you'd do this. You said you would have X, Y, and Z done by this call. And it's all of a sudden just reignites that fire to make us just go, go, go.
I think the key word you said there is the coaching. It's actually bespoke and personalized. It never once have I thought this is textbook. This is very much right. So tell me what you've done this week. Okay, could you have done anything better? It's pretty much, it's personal. It's tailored. Our coach knows us inside out. Knows that, they watch us on a weekly basis, what's happening on Facebook and seeing what we're doing. And if it's life coaching as well. It's not just property. It's
how you buy a house.
It's very much, how do you want to grow as a person? How, what are you doing to better yourself? How can I help you? How can I support you? And that's the sort of stuff that I value, because there's sometimes where I might say something to Rima and say, I've got an idea, I think you should do this, and you'd be like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Whereas then the coach will say it, but in a different form, and then you will actually then be like, actually, I can now see it. And it's
You're
just like,
referring to our coaching session this week.
Yeah, but it's stuff like that, and it's just like, it's really good to have that. But just to take a step back, going from that Feb to May period where we signed up, we didn't have a coach. We took on a lot about mindset because we've done all the modules. We wrote our goals, our outcomes, everything, watching that was training alone, and we really, really got some golden nuggets from it. The last book I'd read since this year was probably Macbeth in year 6 or something like that, to now where, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the 10X rule, all of this stuff, audibles and the rest of it. It's changed me as a person completely. And, I find myself reciting stuff to Rima, talking about certain stuff. And it's just like, you prefer me as this version as well, don't you? Normally she has an argument. She's like, do you know what? Go listen to 10X and I prefer you when you're
I'm
more.
like, you're having a little bit of a mind frick. Go listen to an audible and come back and have a conversation, because it changes your perspective.
But it went from audibles, it went from waking up, meditating. I never meditated in my life ever. I've always been spiritual. I've always believed in.
I've tried to get you on meditation for a couple of years as well.
I just couldn't do it. Whereas that extra edge gave me a better way of actually focusing on what I want to do. Good healthy eating, exercise, whatever you want to call that during COVID or whatever it is. But it's treating our bodies and our minds as equally as valuable as property. And if you know, just valuing ourselves and keeping us ourselves at that state.
But
And that,
sorry, but just even listening to you right
Yeah.
now, it's like when you think property trainings, you just think, okay, it's houses, you know, it's new builds, it's flips, it's flats. Listening to you speaking, it's like it's more than that. It's so much more than that. Like you can clearly probably see how passionate we are on changing our mindsets, changing ourselves through this whole process. Like, you know, it's unreal. And I feel like that alone is what has pushed our property journey further and faster than I think we could have imagined in the last 6 years.
it's built the foundations. And funny enough, once you've got the foundations, the rest is easy. Anyone can buy a house. But to buy, yeah.
And you are a perfect example, and I'm saying I'm inspired about what you're just saying, you know, because what is brilliant about it is the fact that you are saying like it's like property is just the vehicle, and people rush so quickly into the detail of I gotta find a deal, I gotta do this, like all the detail of the stuff, and it's important. Don't get me wrong, it is important, and you do need to know it, but without you being, clear on, who you are and how you want to live life and what I'm not talking about, you need to have the ultimate purpose of, life and all of that. But, you've been on the training, you've done you use the mechanism, you're part of the community to actually just be on that track where actually it's meaningful, it's fulfilling. So many people running around, driving around all over the country, doing this number, doing this viewing. And when the initial enthusiasm of this new idea of investing in property wears off, there is zero fulfillment. And I see it in so many different places. So it's so awesome that people are able to see this video wherever it is they're watching it right now and just hear that, hey, look, this is what it is. It is about making sure that you're using the vehicle to be fulfilled, because I was on a call last night, funny enough, and people are saying, one of the things that I think holds me back is I'm comparing myself to other people. One person's got 100 properties, next person's got 10 properties, and it's like when you compare yourself, I feel guilty. Maybe I'm not doing enough. And it's not about the number of properties. It's not even about the number of money. At the end of the day, the way I define success is like, do I feel good? Am I feeling happy? Is my mood level just super hot, super awesome? That's success. And if we can go out and like you guys are doing it amazingly, spreading this energy and spreading this light to the other people, inspiring the other people like you are with this video right now, then I think we're all doing, serving the greater good. So it's a perfect example, and it's just so awesome. And I'm sure people will agree. So put it in the comments. Show some appreciation for these guys sharing their journey to help inspire you to make moves and move forward as well. So, okay, so all of that, like what would you say kind of been the main, things for you, like the progress, the results you got in your business, like a bit of, the time you've already said it's like, from February. So what we're talking, and then so from May, June, July, August, like 3 months from coaching, like what's happened in that time? Like what's happened in your business, what you're working on, what new opportunities have come your way?
This is the exciting part, isn't it? What it all is. But for people who were thinking that they had too much on their plate initially, from those few months of coaching, we only went and bought 4 more properties.
Awesome.
I laugh at that because obviously from February to May, we chose not to do anything because we were like, no, too much on our plate, 1 property in a refinance, 2 more starting. But yeah, we purchased 4 more properties, which are all currently going through completions at the same time as it stands right now. We raised over 250,000 in investor funds for a girl who was absolutely petrified of asking absolutely anyone for any kind of investment. Which has been humongous. You've obviously become a full-time property investor during this little COVID episode. So that's also been pretty awesome for us because it's just allowed you to get a lot more hands-on with everything that we're doing. So it's been pretty epic.
We've networked, we've got 3 wonderful JV partners who are also involved in this journey. And together, we learn together, we grow together, and it's amazing what, you know, some of these results we're putting together, you know. To even, you know, like Rima said, to even think about using other people's money, you know, you think that's ludicrous. Why would someone give you money? And the rest of it, it's just like, why would they not? You're doing them a favor. You're helping someone. You know, it's you know, and
but that's the mindset shift, isn't it? It's all of it together, because that's literally us like, but hold on, it's a win-win situation is what we're creating.
Yeah.
People have money sitting there. People literally don't have a clue about property. People might not even want to do property. People just want to make money on their money. We know how to do that. We can do that.
I suppose the way it's worked out quite well, because we spent a lot of time in the mindset, building our sort of confidence. Then we went to the coaching, and then when it was just like, right, so how many offers are you going to get? Right, cool, let's do it.
I think we had a target, actually.
Yeah,
we had a coaching target of three more HMOs by the end of the year. And that was probably a few calls ago. And we came into our call about 2 weeks later, and we're like, yeah, okay, so we've already got 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
You know, there was another action, which was, right, you guys need 75k. A week later, did you raise 75k? So no, but we did raise 73k. Okay. You know, it's just like, it's crazy, you know, like, and I suppose, you know, there's a motivational thing I was watching the other day, and you know, it's just, if you want to do something, do it. Where's the proof you can't? There's no proof you can't do something. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, you can. There's no proof you can't. And when you think like that, it just makes everything seem a lot more possible, a lot achievable. The fear factor's gone. You know, confidence is high. You know, like Rima said, there's 4 on a go. You know, I think I'm shooting off to the bank shortly after this to pick up funds for another property. You know, so it's all about systemization. It's all about, I actually enjoy it. I enjoy, you know, this amount of energy I used to put in to make my previous employers a lot of money. I can now do that and build the future that we are sort of dreaming of by doing that now. So for me, I feel great. You know, I love it personally. But
I mean, it's not to say it doesn't come with its challenges, but what I think is amazing is we're actually so happy even through it.
Yeah, challenges are good. It's been bring awesome. Them on. Like, I enjoy them.
I know it almost sounds like, yes, we've got 4 properties on the go at once. They've all come with their own challenges. They absolutely have. But I don't feel like at any given point have we felt like this isn't for us, or we can't do this, or we're doing too much.
Yeah.
Whereas rewind 6 months ago, we thought 3 properties was too much. We've literally more than doubled that now.
But but just to jump in, we also had 100k down val before we even took on any other properties. That would be enough to scare anyone from going into property. And you know, the fact that we've looked at it and went, but these things happen. We can always refinance. There's a way. Don't worry about it. You know, let's carry on. Let's carry on. I think, you know, family around us were like, you're still going to get more property. We're like, yeah,
I think people think we're a little bit
inspiration. That's awesome. That is totally awesome. So just before we sign off on this, like, all the people out there that may come up against any challenges, yeah, I know obviously you can only come from your experience, but any challenges, any fears, worries, doubts, to actually, there is a different way of living. You can do something, you can be, you know, fulfilled. You can be doing something that you're excited about and, you know, build a future. Any people that have any hesitation around that, or think that, you know, they just got to carry on, you know, working, trading their time for money, that type of thing, what advice would you give to them? Imagine right now you broadcast all over the world and all these people are going to hear that. You know, what advice do you have for them?
So
I'll let you go.
From my side, I'd say, look, life's too short. And I just kind of think, from someone that's tried it the textbook way of trying to learn, you can read and try and learn and write, okay, you know, you can do a 6-meter extension, you can do this, you can do that, and the rest of it. Or you go into the real world and you do it, you learn so much more. But not only are you learning so much more, you're growing your confidence. And then for those doubters, people that feel like, but I'm not sure if I can do it, I'm not sure. And network and working with people, you'll grow stronger. Never feel like you can do this yourself. If you feel like you can do this yourself, you're not going to get very far. There's plenty of money in the world for everyone to share. You know, and together we grow stronger. and we can push forward. So that my thing is surround yourself with people, like-minded people, successful people with good hearts. You know, it's not about the money, it's about people that are happy for your vision, are happy for you to go in the vision, and will support you in your journey, and everything else will fall into place. That's probably my side of it.
Yeah, and just to kind of add to that, like I always try to put myself, if I was in that person's shoes, I just wish someone said to me years ago, just do it. Like literally just do it, because the worst outcome that can possibly happen is from doing nothing. And that's what I literally felt like. I felt like everything was always just on a standstill and nothing was moving. And now it's moving so fast that it's actually scaring me how fast it's going. But this is what I should be feeling, because I'm the happiest I've been. I probably feel the most fulfilled. You know, it doesn't mean to say that life isn't still happening around. It absolutely is. But I always have that thought of, I wish I had done this sooner, but I know everything happens for the right reasons at the right time. And, you know, it is absolutely, if you're thinking about it, going to be the best thing you would ever possibly do for yourself. It's like you spend so much time and energy to look for the best for your work, for your friends, your family, for everyone else, your children. Do something that's great for you, because it's not, like Hap said, just about the money. The transformation that comes in yourself, in how you grow and change, do something you're so passionate about, like will literally spill out into every single aspect of your life. And it's just, it's amazing. I can't even say it without smiling. Like it's awesome.
Yeah. Good. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of this beautiful, what only can be insight for people to go ahead and say, hey, look, am I going to do something, or am I going to let these little things that come up in my life stop me? You know, because all the things that you guys have had to deal with, the results, the change, the transformation that you guys have gone through is super interesting that we are still watching, because I will look forward to having you guys back. But if there is any questions, guys, put it in the comments. We can either answer it, Haps and Rima may answer it. We can even do, you know, a video if it's something in particular, if something came up about, you know, one of these areas. But we look forward to having you on this show again at some point in the future to show the continued growth and transformation, because you guys are definitely on the right track. And you know what you need to do if you want more similar stories like this, you want the inspiration, you want also the technical knowledge, subscribe to this channel. Make sure you subscribe, click the notifications bell, because when awesome people like this show up on your screen, you'll be notified so you can watch and get further insight. And just, it's just about learning. It's just about learning from other people's experience, as well as learning from your you know, your own experience as well. But before we do sign off, guys, we've got to remember, that we can never let the people forget this one thing. We can't ever let them forget. And that is that they have to do the right thing for the right reason. Now, why is that?
Because it's the only way you can discover your true potential.
Yes, that is true. Awesome. People are getting better at it. Good job. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.